The EU has set a double road transport target for 2050, reducing CO2 emissions by 60%, whilst eliminating the use of fossil fuels in cars. To achieve these targets, we will need investment in both innovation and collaboration from all stakeholders. But has the EU given enough of a roadmap without setting medium-term targets?
I think we can hit the target in some regions of Europe if we work together. One thing that we learned for sure is we cannot do this alone.
It's challenging and we need to do more. It requires different ways of working, different types of collaboration right across the fuel value chain from production through to distribution and retail, right through to the vehicle and the consumer.
Of course there are particular interests with industries, there's modes of transports competing each other, there's car producers against each other. So I think we should have a technology neutral approach.
It's going to take a few decades yet before we remove liquid fuels from the transportation mix. So I see this really as evolution rather than revolution, but it's certainly very exciting times.
I think it would not be useful to have quantitative targets in order to improve the process in Europe. I think the market and especially the development of the oil prices will be a driver enough in order for us to move into that direction where we want to be in 2030 and 2050.
To us it's quite clear that the role of EU standards and regulations in pushing the industry to change has been absolutely key. And for political reasons you need to add some carrots like research and development funds. But without the real security of there is an EU 2020 target out there that everybody in the industry needs to hit, and if not, penalties will have to be paid. There's nothing that focuses the minds of management of the big car companies, for example, more than this sort of regulation.
The target is one thing. The target is good because it gives an overall direction. What I think is the roadmap from today to the target that needs a tremendous amount of attention and work.
We asked our debate audience, should there be an EU target for decarbonising road transport? Continue the debate at commentvisions.com, on LinkedIn, and via Twitter at CommentVisions.